Anyway, welcome back to the Tony Six Morning Show. I'm Tony T here. As we'll get you picks here from NFL Monday Night Football, NBA card tonight, also college hoops, and also from the NHL. We'll introduce the cappers and get right to the picks, because that's how we work here on Tony Six. We don't mess around on this show. Let's say hello to Rod. Rod, what's going on?
Not too much, Tony. It's just one of those days to give remembrance. Shout out to all those veterans who served. I appreciate what you did for us. So thanks. Shout out to you guys. This day is meant for you guys. So big shout out to you guys and all the veterans that served, including Rod down there in the corner. So
that's right.
Thank you, Rod.
Absolutely, 100% there. So Ron, how you doing?
Yeah, that's the reason I'm here, Tony. I finally got a day off as a Navy contractor. So, yeah, I'm here. Great to be here during the week. You know, I listen every day on the way to work, but it's great to be here. Nice 3-0 on my best bet yesterday. Let's do it again tonight. Let's go.
Let's do it again. Let's say hello to Chris. Chris, what's happening?
Oh, not much. Coming off a great day yesterday, 2-0 with my best bets. Definitely shout out to all the veterans. Happy Veterans Day there. Hope you guys have a great day, and we're going to have a great day on the books here.
We certainly are. So happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. Let's get ready to roll here with this football tonight. We're going to look at Monday Night Football. So we've got the Rams and the Dolphins here. This line has moved. We saw ones early in the week, but, man, this line has moved here. LA now 2.5. So I'm seeing some threes pop up. Matter of fact, the sharp book in Vegas, the Circa now has 3. Offshore Chris is 3. Pinnacle still 2.5, holding there. But there are some books to 2.5 still. But looks like the Rams getting the money here in this one. Let's go over to Rod.
Yeah, and you look for me looking at this one, it's the big news basically. I think that line moved up. The health of Tyreek Hill on the Dolphins. It looks like he will play here in this week, but is he at 100%? Probably not. Most likely he's still going to come in at 70-80% in there for the Dolphins. And look what the Rams are doing. The Rams are getting healthy, big time healthy here in this one. So that's why the line moved. For me in this one, it's tough. I'm going to take the under 49 here. I think that's just too many points. I know that both offenses can run it up, but I think the defense is shining. I think we see some long drives, and we see some drives that ended in field goals. Give me the under 49 here in this one.
They're under there from Rob. Move on over to Ron.
Yeah, I think with the Rams getting everybody back, this is a no-brainer. Rams small, money line even. Get the Rams tonight. I think the Dolphins, it just all fell apart, and maybe Rod can allude to it. The season's pretty much done for them after that Bills loss last week. So Rams are still fighting hard. So I'm taking the Rams probably on the money line.
And they're from Ron on over to Chris.
Yeah, absolutely agree with these guys. I mean, you got Puka Nacua back, you got Cooper Kupp back. They're getting healthy. The Dolphins not getting any better. So no brainer there. Take them either cover or money line where we can find the best value. And then my only other suggestion would be Kyrie Williams for an anytime touchdown. So, yeah, easy play there.
Yeah, from Chris, I'll say I'm with the round. I think we all four here consensus right off the bat here with LA in this one. LA's won 3 straight. Dolphins dropped 6 of 7. They've lost 3 of 4 on the road. Their only win on the road coming at New England. It is a back-to-back road trip for Miami. Their 3rd road game in 4 weeks. Really, it is their 4th road game in 5 weeks, but they had a bye after that one. So it's really a 3rd road game in 4 exact weeks here. So a lot of traveling here for Miami, having struggles on the road. The Rams have shown improvement. The Rams defense is really, again, they do it again in the draft, right? We're worried, oh, boy, they lost their big pass rusher in the offseason. They're going to be bad. No, the Rams seem to be doing a good job in their draft. They were able to really improve that defense using it in the draft. And kudos to their management staff, because I was really nervous about this season on the defensive side of the football, but it's been the offensive injuries that have kind of hampered them. And I'm looking at my models. My model says Miami, but I have to back out some of these games when they had guys that when Nacua and Kupp are out, right? I mean, they just couldn't do a thing. So it's just what happens with these guys with their computer models. If they're not keeping an eye on how these teams perform without key starters in there, then it's going to put L's in your column. But here, I'm just going by what I've seen over the last couple of days, or last couple of games with Nacua and with Kupp healthy, and I kind of compare it to what Pittsburgh has been with Russell Wilson in the lineup, right? We've seen the offense put 29 points a game, so it's a different team altogether. So you have to when you got guys injured throughout the season, you got to really start. You have to really do a lot more digging in some of these games. And when you got Rams here at full strength at home in this spot, and now they have to start to pick up the intensity. We're starting to see the 49ers get healthy again. So there's going to be a push for this NFC West. So the Rams can't drop games now because they got to get in the playoff contention. It looks like Dallas will not have a spot this year. Giants aren't going to have. There may just be. Well, we'll see what happens to the Eagles in Washington. Commanders dropped the game too. You know that could be a beginning of a bunch of losses.
Looks like a first down to me. It sure looked like a first down to me. How did they go from the 32? You answer me that when the ball was on the 32 where they marked it, where he caught it at the 31. It sure looked like he was right at the line to gain.
It did.
To me, it looks like the ref cost Washington that football game. In my eyes, I know they went for it on fourth down and they got stuffed, and that's what everybody's going to talk about. But before that, when they were driving and turned it over, that looked like a first down to me.
Yeah,
it wasn't even. There was no way it was that far away from where they marked the football going back the other way. I was like, oh, no chance. I'm like, they're going to get screwed here in this one.
Yep. So I'll look here at the Rams. So I see Jorge in the comments. Jorge, why don't you sign in? I had you in here, but you kept signing out for some reason. I don't know if you have any connection issues or what, but there with Jorge. All right, let's continue here. On
hashtag bought off a ref.
Yeah, right. Bought off a ref. As you said, a lot of threes there a lot of threes out there in the marketplace. 2.5 still. There was as low as ones yesterday. I saw a Pinnacle at 1.5.
There were definitely ones in the yesterday, 1.5, I think, and it's going up, and Tyreek's going to play. So yesterday he was a little questionable, and today I'm seeing he's going to play today. But is he 100%? No.
No, not at all. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Samo Show. We'll go to the NBA. We'll do these in pairs. A 6-game. What do we got here? 5-game card here. So we'll start with these first 2, then close out with the last 3. Here we got Clippers and Thunder. We're seeing the Clippers 7 coming out 6.5. There's some concern about Chet Holmgren. I thought I saw on NBA TV that he's going to be out for a couple of weeks, but my injury report has not reflected on that. He took that hip injury, and a little what was it? CBS Sports HQ. One of these networks said that he could be out for several weeks. And yes, we are now confirming that. That is now being confirmed here. Holmgren will miss at least 8 weeks, so he'll be out 8 weeks here with that hip injury that he suffered in that first quarter yesterday. So we've got the Clippers 7. We're seeing 6.5 start to pop up now with these injury news coming in here on now confirmed for Holmgren here. And then we also have Nets and Pelicans here. Nets 1.5 on the road, total 211.5. We start with Rod.
Yeah, and looking at the Clippers, OKC, yeah, you got to grab the points with the Clippers there with the injury news. OKC didn't look good yesterday either. So you kind of expect a better effort there, but with the injury news, yikes. Give me the Clippers plus the 7 in that one. And then that Brooklyn and New Orleans is I like getting points with Brooklyn. I don't want to lay with Brooklyn. I'll take New Orleans on the money line. I think the Pelicans, I know they're dealing with injuries themselves and stuff, but I'll take New Orleans at home. I don't trust lay-in points with Brooklyn. Can't do it. I'll take the Pelicans on the money line on that one.
Yeah, just update some of the injury news here. Hawkins, Jones, McCollum, Murray, Zion out for the Pelicans. Murphy will be probable. You still have Alvarado and Ingram in there. Remember, Ingram on a contract year, so he's played every game. So that tells you something there. Yeah. Bogdanovich, Sharp, Watford out for Brooklyn. We move on over to Ron.
Yeah, I agree with Rod. And this I can't trust Brooklyn as a favorite. I love them as a dog, but I can't trust them as a favorite. The only way I could look is New Orleans, and I really hate the Pelicans too. The other one, I'm gonna look at the over with the Clippers and the Thunder. Thunder coming off a game last night with the Warriors. My best bet on the Warriors there. Nice casher, but with no rim protection there, I think this one goes way over. So take the over in the Clippers and the Thunder.
There we go. From Run on over to Chris.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Clippers. Everybody, if Chet's out, that definitely hurts the Thunder, and then also they just really did not look good yesterday against the Warriors. So definitely, I'm gonna lay it with the Clippers there. And as far as Brooklyn, New Orleans, I went back and forth on that one. I don't know. I think I like the Nets better than I do the Pelicans. So it's the the better of two evils there. So I'm going to lay the 1.5 with Brooklyn. I mean, they've won each of their last 8 games against the Pelicans when the Pelicans had a losing record. They've lost, looks like 4 in a row here. So I'm going to just hold my nose and take the Nets for 1.5 here.
All right, and these I'll look under here, Brooklyn, and Brooklyn really not getting scoring on the road. 22nd in offensive efficiency away from home. Clippers and the Thunder. Yep, I got to look at the Clippers in this spot. Clippers won every road game this year. that's been kind of great. 3 games in, 3 road wins because of their defense. They defend well. They're going to be in every game. When you see Clippers get more than it's a 2-possession game. You're going to take the points, whether they're the dogs or the favorites. You got to take the points with this team because this team is just defensive, not much offensive there from this Clipper team. But they're averaging just 100. They're allowing just 102 points per 100 possessions on the road. A good net rating here on the road here for this. But again, we talked about yesterday. OKC's issue is their offense, right? They play fantastic defense, but they're 13th in offensive efficiency. And LA on the road, they make their threes. And they defend. They hold teams to less than 30% from 3 on the road. And OKC making just 35% of the threes at home. LA 6-2 the spread on the road as a dog is 6.5 actually 6.5 to 7. So I'll take the +7 there with the LA Clippers. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show as we get ready to close out this NBA card with the following games. We've got Wizards and Rockets. Rockets now up to 13.5 in this one, total 227.5. Cavs and Bulls. The Cavs 7.5. The 8s are starting to pop up now, and they're popping up everywhere now. So 8 on the Cavs. Kings and Spurs. Spurs a point. Kings a 1.5 on the road. Total 222. We go to Rod.
Yeah, and we look at. I'm going to lay it with Cleveland. I don't trust Chicago. I think the Cavs, even on the road, you look at what they've done on the road, playing great hoops, and I just don't trust the Bulls team. They're like one of these. It's like they'll have a good game and then they'll look completely awful the next. So I'm gonna continue to ride Cleveland there in that one. Solid at that number, -8. They get to double digits and then beat the Bulls there in that one. Washington and the Rockets. It seems like a lot of points to lay with the Rockets on the back-to-back. Both teams on the back-to-back, right? In Washington, you think they can cover that big giant number? I'm going to take the under 227.5. I don't think we get into the 230 there. I back-to-back spot. I think we get a slower pace type game. Houston playing a little bit of defense there. Give me the under 227.5 in that one.
Yeah, right. Just update some of the injury situations here. Brogdon and Kuzma are doubtful, upgraded here. Bay is out for Washington. Adams still out there. Our man, Steven Adams. I haven't seen him play for a while. He's out of there. Questionable, I should say. On the Sacramento side, Robinson doubtful, Carter out, and we have now Malik Monk now doubtful, key contributor off the bench here. The 6th man of the year, I believe, from last year. Monk doubtful for Sacramento. We got Jones, Sokan out for the Spurs. Braham questionable for Sacramento in that one. And let's see, we got them all covered. Oh, for Cleveland, it's Strus and Bates still out for Cleveland. Ball out for Chicago. Levine now upgraded to probable for Levine in this one. So let's move on over to Ron.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Rod. You got a 9-1 ATS team, 10-0, and they just took a loss against the spread. They bounced back big. Give me the Cleveland Cavaliers. They roll tonight. Washington and Houston, yeah. So I still think it's too many points. I mean, I love Houston at home in the spot, but I'll probably take the Wizards on a flyer here, plus the 13.5. And I'm not fading the Kings, man. The Kings, DeMar DeRozan's making a big impact on that team. And like I said yesterday, I'm going to stick with the Kings. I know the Spurs are pretty good at home, but I'm taking the Kings on a money line.
Yeah, from Ron on over to Chris.
Yeah, I'm definitely going with the Cavs, not stepping in front of that train anytime soon until they give me a reason to fade them. We're just keep riding the Cavs here. As far as the Wizards and Rockets, yeah, I'd agree with Rod and take the under there. Both teams on back-to-back. It's just too many points to lay with either one of them. So we'll take the under there. And then as far as my Kings and the Spurs, that was a rough game to watch yesterday against the Suns. Back and forth there. I think they put a lot of effort into the overtime win. I know Fox and DeRozan did a lot there in the overtime thing. So I think we see a lower scoring one here in this one. They had to travel. They're backing up a back-to-back. So we'll take the under there. I would take the Kings on the money line. No problem at all there. But, yeah, take the under there.
Yeah, from Chris, or I'll say what I think about these games. I'm going to go ahead and lay it here with this Cavaliers team on the road, 5-2 the spread against these bad teams with 250 to 400 win percentage. Against these high-scoring teams, the Bulls are just 5-10 the spread at home, facing teams that average 116 points per game or greater. Cleveland on the road. Look at these shooting numbers on the road. 52% overall, 43% from three. The Bulls really struggle offensively. They are second to last, only behind Utah in offensive efficiency at home. So they're a bad offensive team going up against this Cavs team. Let's go ahead and lay it there in that spot because the home court just doesn't seem to help. When you're second to last in offensive efficiency, that's telling me that home court's not helping you at all. There in Chicago. I'll look here at, let's see, what do we got here in this one? Wizards and the Rockets. A lot of trends here in this one. I'm going to go under in this one. Agree with Rod here. The Wizards are playing their third game in 5 days. They're 4-2 the under in that spot there. Houston's defending well at home, although they don't shoot the ball very well at home. 45%, 33% from beyond the arc. And the Wizards, again, is in this spot where they're playing 3 games in 5 days. They trend way under. So I'll look at under in that one. Also going to take the under in the Spurs and the Kings. Looking here. Now, the Kings used to be a terrible back-to-back team, but last year they improved that play. But when you look at this Spurs team, they defend the ball very well at home. 44% shooting, 32% from three. The Kings are only making 31% of the three-point shots away from home. And here we go with some of these under trends we talked about here. Sacramento 7-2 to the under in back-to-back games on the road here. They're also 12-2 the under on the road when they're playing their third game in 4 days. San Antonio 10-3 to the under, playing six games or more in 10 days. So I'll look here at the under in that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony This Morning Show. We got you through the NBA. And now it's time for college hoops. And what we do here this time of the year now, once we get to, for the Army-Navy week there, we'll probably start doing these in box. But for now, I'm just going to ask the Cappers, give us what you got. There's a lot of sports overlapping. So, Rod, give us what you got in college hoops.
And the first one I'm looking at here in college hoops today, I like, I think it's Ohio. Ohio State against Youngstown State. I like Ohio State big. Their home opener there in that one. They got a nice win on the road in their first home opener, and they look real good doing it too. So now you're here at home. I got to go with Ohio State. I think they easily cruise to the 20-plus point win there. So give me Ohio State. They're going to make some noise this season. I'll go down a little more. Here's one that I think that's just too many points. You look at Florida. And Florida's 1-1 against the number this season. And covering 25 points is too many. Give me Grambling State. They're 1-0 against the number, and I think they can cover this 25 points. I got it closer to 18, 19-point win than Florida covered 25. So give me Grambling plus the 25 there in that one. And then one more scrolling down. I like Marquette over Central Mich. Marquette's solid. And 27.5. They didn't cover their last. They did. They've covered both games. It took the second half to slow start in their last one. I think they come out right from the beginning, win by 30+ over Central Mich in that one. And then you look at UCLA. They didn't look so hot the last time, but Boston U, they've been stripped and short a few guys there in that one. The UCLA is going to take out their frustration on Boston U. That's a long way to go, too. Talk about one side of the country to the other for Boston U. Man, that's a rare sight. I don't think I've ever seen that in. Is that the first time these teams have met in like a long time?
Boston U and UCLA. Yeah, usually when these teams like this come out here, they play a lot of teams. So this might be at one stop for them. Let me see what Boston U, what their schedule looks like. Well, actually, no, they're just coming out here. No, they played San Diego. They played San Diego on Friday, and then they drive to UCLA. So this is this is the second game of a two-game. They lost by 14 at the Toreros of WCC team. So this is the second game of a road trip for them.
Yeah, so the second game of a road trip, tired after the long weekend out on the West Coast. So yeah, give me UCLA.
It was great weather this weekend.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, they weren't looking for. They were enjoying the beach and the sun, and now they got to play this one. Maybe the few kids playing with some sunburnt. because I don't think it's so sunny in Boston. Definitely probably get some burnt kids trying to play hoops. UCLA is going to take it out on them.
Oh yeah, all the beach spots they filled their cover bands for November because the weather looks great. So it's like the summer's extended out here. Let's go over.
Got to give me a gig out there, Tony.
Yeah, you get a gig out of Sea Lake, Sea Salt. You know what's going on out here.
Yes, sir.
Well, that whatever. Okay,
Rod match up. It's money. Yeah. So UCLA for me too, Rod. We're going to match up just like we did on Irvine yesterday. So give me UCLA, and I gave you a couple of dollars yesterday. One was UC Irvine, and one was Wake, both cashing. So I'm going to give you a couple more dogs today. Give me the Yale Bulldogs. Give me Yale in that one, and I'm going to take Mercer. Give me Mercer. So Yale, Mercer, and UCLA for me.
There from Ron, we move on over to Chris.
I'm looking at one here, looking at Eastern Washington and Missouri. Looking at the under. If you look at Eastern Washington, I mean, they're not doing well on the road. They're got a 36.2% field goal percentage, and they're 0-1 to the under on the road, and Missouri's 0-1 at home to the under. So just a lot of points there. I think we see a lower scoring game in that one.
There from Chris to tell you what I think. I'm going to be butting heads here with Ron in this game. I'm going to be on Purdue in this spot. Yale did have great year last year. They won 23 games. Made the NCAA tournament. They pulled off an upset of Auburn in the first round, but they got poached in the transfer portal. 3 top scorers from the team exit. I know it's next man up, but it's not easy to replicate last year's success. Of course, Yale has a loss on this road trip to Illinois, Chicago by 12, and they're getting 14-15 here against Purdue. And the Bulldogs have struggled with turnovers this season, inside scoring. They're making their threes, but against Purdue it might be tough here. Purdue, they have 3 starters back from last season. They have 6 players returning who contributed in the rotation last year as they head into the post-Edey era. Purdue with their good size, they're 9th in offensive efficiency in the nation after big wins at home against Corpus Christi by 17. Northern Kentucky by 22 is usually a competitive team in the horizon, and they have defended well. See, when I look at these blowout wins, the defense is playing good. Sometimes these teams, when they play these bad teams, it's all offense, no defense, but they defended here. With Painter, I'm going to go ahead and go against the steam because it opened 17. It's been going the other way, so I'm getting a little 3 points in my favor. I'll go ahead and lay it there with Purdue in this spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show. And we got your picks in, right, Chris? I couldn't remember. I got so caught up in my
yeah okay. You're good. Yeah.
I got caught up in my spiel here. Anyway, all right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show. Let's move over to the ice. And, of course, Chris and I will be spectators in the segment. So then we'll start. We got a day game today. Buffalo will be playing an afternoon game. So let's start. We'll do
me and Rod drop the gloves for you.
That's right. Right. I'll drop the gloves. We start here with Canadian Sabres on your afternoon game, 12:30 Eastern. Here we got the Sabres 203 total 6.5. Stars and Penguins. We've got the Stars on the road $1.60 total 6.5. The Sharks and the Flyers. Look at this. Flyers 250 total 6 here. We go over to Rod.
Yeah, and looking at that Flyers and Sharks game, it's the under 6 for me there in that one. It's just that's too many. These teams don't score a whole lot of goals, and we see what the Sharks did last night. They got a 1-0 win. So coming into this spot on the back-to-back as well, I think Vitek Vanacek gets a start here for the Sharks, and I think he's the better of the 2 goalies. Give it to Blackwood last night because, man, did he ever shut out the Devils. He 44 stops he made in that game last night to basically goalie the Devils in that game. So lower scoring one should be Urson for the Flyers. I like the under 6 there in that one. And then 2 teams going in the opposite directions. Montreal, 6 straight losses. Buffalo, hey, they winners of 3 straight. Can they make it 4? I think so. Montreal's 0-10 on the road versus the Atlantic Division. I'm going to take Buffalo on the puck line there in that one. And you think Dallas should bounce back after their loss to the Jets last time out? Pittsburgh stinks. I would take Dallas on the puck line there in that one.
There from Rod, we move on over to Ron.
Yeah, I'm definitely in agreement with Rod on Buffalo and Montreal. Montreal last year was a pretty good puck line road team. This year, not so much. 1-6 on the road money line, 2-5 on the puck line. Give me the Sabres all day in that one. Dallas and Pittsburgh, yeah, you got to think Dallas has got to bounce back. They're the better team. Pittsburgh, you never know what you're going to get. Probably a lot of goals here, which is surprising in a Dallas game, but I'm definitely going to take the Dallas Stars there. and taking my Flyers. Give me the Flyers on the puck line. Not trusting the Sharks after winning last night in Jersey. So give me the Flyers in that one.
Yeah, from Ron. All right, let's continue here on the Tony S'more Show on this NHL card. We'll close out the NHL with the Kings at the Flames. Kings road favorites, $1.30, total of 6. Predators, Avs. We've got the Avs, $1.46, total here of 6.5. And we close it out here with Hurricanes in Vegas, Golden Knights. Hurricanes road favorites here, $1.36 on the road against Vegas, total 6.5. We go on over to Rod.
Yeah, that was on the rise too. That's nuts. Carolina coming into Vegas. Vegas still 8-0 at home. I look at that and I still say I'm just going to keep riding Vegas. I don't care if it says plus 120. You're going to give me plus 120 with the home dog. That's 8-0 at home this season. Carolina got beat up in Colorado last time out. It's getting near the end of that another their second kind of West Coasty road trip for Carolina. They had success in the first one. After getting beaten up by Carolina, now you have to come into Vegas and expect to slow them down. Vegas has been scoring 5 goals a game. As I said in the video, it's like if you've got to outscore Vegas, and Vegas has been scoring 5, that means you got to score at least 6. And you didn't get to 6 in Colorado. What's going to say that you get to 6 here? I don't think you do it. I got to go with Vegas in that one. And then you look at Nashville taking on Colorado. It's like, who's in goal? Still no news. You got to give it to Georgiev. His last 2 starts, he's stepped it up a little for Colorado, but I think Colorado's starting to turn it around and scoring some goals. I don't trust Nashville. Give me the Avs there in that one.
Yeah, from Rod, we move on over to Ron.
Wow, Rod, trusting Georgiev. That's a weird one.
He's won his last 2 starts.
Hey, I mean, I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm just a little hesitant on pulling the trigger on the Avalanche, but I do love Vegas. And again, we have that East-West underdog situation. Once again, that is 61-37 on the puck line, 62%. So definitely going to go with Vegas at 8-0 home team.
Yeah, from Ron. All right, we got you through this NHL. We got you through the sports for tonight's action. Now it's time for our parlay segment or peripheral segment, so the cappers can give out a parlay. They want to give out a team player prop, an NFL college football game in the future. They make the call. Let's start with Rod.
And for me, we're going to go with we'll start with Vegas on the money line. We're going to lay it with Ohio State versus Youngstown, and then we're going to throw on a little mixed sport. We're going to the NBA, where we're going to lay it with the Cleveland Cavs over Chicago. A little 3-teamer there for you.
There from Ron. We move on over to Ron.
Yeah, give me the Rams on the money line tonight. Give me Cleveland minus the 8, and on the ice, give me the Buffalo Sabres.
Yeah, from Ron on over to Chris.
Yeah, we're going to take the Nets, the Clippers, and the Kings as a 3-teamer there.
All right, and I'll take the Clippers plus, and I'll take the Kings Spurs under in that one. All right, we got you through that. Now it's time to find out what the cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Heading into a big week of action, deeper into November now. So these college football games are getting more and more huge as we get down to the end of the regular season here on November 30th for regular season. Then we get into championship week for the conference tournament. So a championship game. So a lot happening here in college football. NFL, we're starting to see some road favorites. We're starting to see some separation here in the NFL as well here as we get into the second half of the season. We got NBA, college hoops. We also have NHL. So this is the busy time of the year with all these sports overlapping with no postseason right now, right? So these are all regular season games. So high volume coming at you right now. The king of high volume. It's Rod. Rod, we have for sale over at Tony's Picks right now as we're heading into a big week of action.
I wouldn't say that I'm the king of high volume over at Tony's Picks. There's somebody else who's a lot more high volume than I am. Not to name any names, but holy, someone's really high volume because it's you can see the numbers. It's very easy to see. I'm starting the week a little bit lighter than normal. For me, I got a top play in the NHL, my NHL sniper play. I have one top play in the NBA, one top play in college basketball, and I still haven't pulled the trigger on this Monday nighter. Like I said, it's like the Rams are getting hot, so I lean to the Rams. But the Dolphins, I don't know. It's just one of those spots that everybody's going to jump the Rams. Scares me a little bit because we even consensus on the Rams. So it's like one of those spots that it's like, everyone's going to jump the Rams. They're like, oh, it's going to be awful. The Dolphins give up. And then we've seen what Houston did yesterday. everybody was riding Detroit, and that didn't turn out so well. So if I see a 3.5, you might be seeing me on the other side of that one. So I'm going to watch that and brew a little bit. So I'll have a Money Monday 3-pack for you going over there at Tony's Picks. So definitely jump aboard that to start the week. But your best way to go is pair me up with one of the other hot handicappers and take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional. It's always nice having 2 cappers putting money in your pocket over at Tony's Picks. Don't forget Tony T at checkout. Save 15% off all your purchases over at Tony'sPicks.com.
That's right, get on board with Rod over at Tony's Picks. Heading a huge week of action here. All these sports overlapping. Get on board with Rod right now over at Tony's Picks. All right, let's take a look at what Ron will have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Ron, a great run here in college hoops. You've seen him on the leaderboards here. A great performance here from Ron. Ron, what do you got for sale over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, definitely 9-3 day in college. I need to stay away from the midweek college games. That's what's killing me. I'm staying away from those this week. Yeah, great day in college football Saturday. Unfortunately, 3-4 yesterday, but hit my best bet with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Thank you, Jorge. I hear you out there, buddy. Yeah, I'm gonna have a best bet in NBA and NHL, and I'll give you my best bet. It's the Rams. Take the Rams tonight. No brainer. But yeah, like I said, pair us up, man. Everybody here is on the leaderboard consistently, and make sure you use that code Tony T at checkout.
That's right. Of course, there with Ron over at Tony'sPicks.com. We'll take a look over at Chris. What he's got for sale over at Tony. Chris been doing great here in NFL right now. Chris, what do you got for sale?
I've got a best bet in the NBA today. I've got a best bet in the NFL again. We're trying to stay hot on that. I'm 4-0 this month for NFL. So we're looking to keep that going here. And then, of course, the NBA Cup starts tomorrow. So I'll be covering that with a play on that every day. I think that goes for a while. So we'll see how that goes. But, yeah, I've got a best bet NBA, NFL. Looking to stay hot. I cashed both those yesterday. So, yeah, pair me up with somebody else. Let's help put some money in your pocket here. Use the promo code, save 15%. And let's just keep killing it.
Link is in the description, guys, over at Tony'sPicks.com. Get on board with Chris right now over at Tony's Picks. Been doing great work and long-term pass. You guys like that 7-day pass here on a Monday because we got you covered here with all the sports overlapping: NFL, college football, NBA, college hoops. Many of our cappers also in action here in the NHL. So no better time than now to get on board with the long-term pass. I have a best bet on the board right now from the NFL. I had another winning day yesterday in the NFL, 3-1, so I've got a best bet tonight in that game. Also, I'll have some NBA up a little bit soon after the show. And get on board here against that long-term pass is your best value. Instead of having to pay pick for pick, the long-term pass saves you a lot of money. And you could also apply that promo code Tony T at checkout to save that 15% off. And of course, late Steam feature also available to the long-term subscribers. We allow our cappers to post plays between 10 minutes and 2 hours of our game time. Those plays are emailed directly to your inbox using the email that you used to sign up for the service. So special feature here, included in all long-term passes, are late Steam plays from the cappers. You'll still get your regular member plays in by 11 a.m. Eastern time. All right, we got you through the show. Let's see what the cappers have over at Tony's Picks YouTube channel. Rod, what's you got going on now? And this week you plan over at Tony's Picks YouTube.
Thank you. Muted,
You're on mute,
Ron.
Rod. You're on mute.
I got you covered in every hockey game going over today over at Tony's Picks YouTube there. I got a little parlay going there as well. You can check that out. Going forward this week, I'll definitely have more hockey videos covered. I'm going to have to get someone to cover the college football show because Thursday I've got an appointment, so I'm not going to be able to shoot that. But I'm sure somebody will. I believe these three right here below me probably have you covered in the college show this week. that should be coming up this week. So definitely, and then college hoops. I'll probably start shooting a couple college hoops videos going forward here as we're starting to get some numbers and going forward. Definitely check out all the content at Tony's Picks. More content's coming day by day, as you see from all the cappers here at Tony's Picks. Definitely good to see all the content showing up. Check it out over Tony's.
Check it out over Tony's
Picks
Picks
YouTube.
Absolutely.
We appreciate everybody that tunes in and watches all that content.
Absolutely, no doubt. Ron, what do you have planned for this week over on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel?
Yeah, we'll do the college football show with you there for your Rod, and we'll run the NFL as well. Yeah, looking forward to. We got about 10 games in now in NBA, so I'll start doing some NBA videos, which is my forte. So we'll definitely get that going. And of course, I always have college football and an NFL video on the weekend. So check it out.
Check out what's Ron over on the Tony Hooks YouTube. Chris, what do you got over on the Tony Hooks YouTube channel now, and your plans for the week?
Right now, I've got an NBA video for tonight's action, and then as we start with this NBA Cup, I'll be doing videos on that to cover the matchups there, because it gets crazy with those. But yeah, just continue to do NBA videos and keep doing. Probably do some. I know I said I'm going to do some player props, but I may throw those in there at the end of each video, so make sure you stick around for those.
Yep, check it out. Chris over on the Tony Hooks YouTube channel. We have a great YouTube channel up here with lots of content, free picks for you from all our cappers, including myself up there on the board. And, of course, our live show with you every day, 9:30 a.m. Each time. Like and subscribe so you're notified when we're live, because we get right to the picks here. We don't mess around here on the Tony Hooks Morning Show. We get right to the picks. And, of course, if you happen to miss a show, remember it does archive on YouTube over. Just click the live tab, watch the replay of the show. So whether you're driving at lunch, you want to watch it again, you need some help with games, we got you covered. This show has a lot of shelf time because we shoot early in the morning. So you have plenty of time to go back and review it to get refreshed on our picks and for picks and the information. Injury news we cover in depth for you. So we want to make sure we got all the bases covered. So when you get to the window, you'll be confident with your picks. All right, that's going to do it for the Tony Sports Show. Before we close the show, anybody have anything in closing? Again, happy Veterans Day to our heroes out there. And anything in closing? I'll do it.
Yeah, happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there.
Thanks for your service.
Great. Yeah, exactly. Thanks for your service. Have yourself a wonderful Monday. Cross the books.
Absolutely. We'll say goodbye, guys. You guys make it a winning day. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow here on the 26 Morning Show.